Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, I'm John and I'm back with another video on my channel Musings of a Marine. And today my story is this. It's about beauty pageants. As we all know, the Philippines has had a beauty pageant here very recently, and Miss Universe Philippines was decided. Congratulations to Rabia Mateo. Naturally, I was kind of pulling for her because my wife's from Iloilo City. But I got a story to tell about that, and I'm going to tell it a little bit later. But I want to talk about beauty pageants as a whole and kind of the contrast between how the Philippines views them and how the United States views them. When I was growing up as a little kid in the 70s, the big pageant in the United States was the Miss America pageant, not the Miss USA. And I remember the first pageant that I ever watched, I was rooting for this gorgeous blonde-haired lady who represented the state of Kentucky. And she didn't win, but she did come in fifth as the fourth runner-up, so not bad. Of course, back then, you didn't really see any black women in the Miss USA pageant or Miss America pageant. They had, black people had their own pageant back there, and I don't know if there's still a Miss Black America pageant to this day. I don't follow it closely enough, but unfortunately, that's kind of how our country was back then. I can remember predicting some winners. I remember a Miss Missouri winning, and I picked her right from the get-go during the introductions. I thought she was the prettiest, and to me, that's always kind of been the biggest criteria of who should win a beauty pageant, is who's the most beautiful. And of course, our own state of Michigan here where I live, we had Kaylani Ray Rathko win it one year, the Miss America pageant. She was a nurse, very talented, very gorgeous, and I predicted she would win right from the get-go as well. But over time, attitudes have kind of changed. We become more politically correct here in the United States of America. And now people are preaching that, no, beauty should be about what's inside of a person. And now you can watch a beauty pageant and you have this lady named Ashley Graham from Australia sometimes being one of the co-hosts. Pretty face, but she's kind of chunky too, okay? And they throw her in there to make a statement. Oh, yeah, we got to have this lady in here because she's beautiful on the inside, and so what if she's got all these curves? Well, it's okay to have curves, but can we call it what it is? When you're overweight like that, it's not healthy for you. So I don't know what's beautiful about being unhealthy. All right. But another thing, too, is when we talk about the beauty pageants, not only have the questions become more politically correct, but just how everything is going on right now. Now, I'm not a racist person, but I'm going to tell you something. Currently, in the United States of America, the Miss USA winner for the second year in a row, our Miss America winner right now, and our Miss Teen USA title holder right now are all black. None of them are ugly. And I don't have a problem with a black woman representing the United States of America in Miss Universe. But really, every single significant beauty pageant title in this country is held by a person from a race that makes up barely over 13% of our population? Come on. You know, I know Black Lives Matter is a big thing in this country, but it's not only that, but the relevance of pageants in the United States has gone right down the tubes. I love beauty pageants. I love watching them. I watch Miss USA all the time until this year. And you know why I didn't watch it? Because I didn't even know it was on. Love or hate our current president here, Donald Trump, and for those of you who are going to watch this who don't like the guy, guess what? He used to be the guy in charge of Miss USA and Miss Universe. And when he promoted the heck out of the pageant. It was on Sunday nights on NBC, prime time viewing. And the popularity of it was never better than when he ran it. And this time, this Miss USA pageant was on what they call the FYI channel. So many people in this country don't even get it. It's a cable TV channel. It's not even a regular network. And a lot of people don't even know it exists, let alone have it in their cable package. I stumbled over it when I was flipping through the channels during the halftime of a football game. Wow, Miss USA's on. Who'd have thunk, right? Ridiculous. Now, I didn't get to see a lot of the candidates as a result, but the runner-up for Miss USA was Miss Idaho, who I want to mention is half Filipino. Definitely better looking than the lady who won, but of course I'm partial. So that is why, again this year, just like last year and many other years, when Miss Universe does come on the TV here in the United States, I will be rooting for Miss Philippines once again. I wanted Pia Wurtzbach to win, and she did. Now, I'm impartial about this. I don't always root for Miss Philippines because, to me, it's a beauty pageant. I want the most beautiful woman to win. And it doesn't always happen. I certainly didn't want Miss South Africa to win last year. I didn't think she was all that pretty at all. But it is what it is. So anyways, that's the difference between here in the U.S. now and in the Philippines. Filipinos thrive on beauty pageants. They appreciate beauty. My wife will see a beautiful Filipino woman and ask me, do you think she's pretty? She's okay with that. She doesn't care that I would say, oh yeah, she definitely is. So I was happy when Pia won, and I think Shamsi Supsup should have won when she was in Miss Universe. And I'm hardly the only American who feels that way. So that being said, hey, the last 4 years we've had Pia, we've had Miss South Africa, Demile Nell Peters, I believe is her name. Of course, she's Miss Tim Tebow now. And for all you Filipinos who don't know who Tim Tebow is, there is a hospital in Mindanao that bears his name. I believe it's in Davao. And he was born in the Philippines. So, just a little bit of history there. But anyways, then of course Catriona wins it. And then of course back to South Africa this past year. And it's not like Miss South Africa was ugly, but I don't go for that short-haired look. I mean, really? Why would you wear your hair like that? I know it might be in over there amongst black people in South Africa or African Americans, but it makes you look like a dude as far as I'm concerned. And I ain't going for that. I want a woman to be beautiful. So anyways, that's kind of my feelings about the whole thing. And I'm definitely going to keep my eye out for when the Miss Universe pageant is. Heck, I even viewed all the candidates for Miss Universe Philippines online to see who was who. And I came up with a top 5, and of course, Rabia Mateo was on that top 5. But I want to leave you with a little story, and then that'll be the end of this video. And you can believe this story or not, but I've got proof. If you don't believe it, you can go on my Facebook page under John David Litchfield, and it will prove that what I'm about to tell you is true. I have a lot of downtime at work, and I go on YouTube, and naturally I like to watch videos about Iloilo City. So I go on there one day, and I'm watching this video, what I think is going to be about Iloilo City. But much to my delight, it really wasn't. It was a promotional video for Rabia Mateo being Miss Iloilo City. And boy, did I find her to be easy on the eyes. Not to mention, it was cool that it was showing her in parts of the city that I had been in, including the church I like to go to over there. Our Lady of Candles, Candelaria, the Haro Cathedral, whatever you want to call it. She was there. And it was so cool. I just saw a promotional video of her since she's won Miss Universe Philippines, where she's walking around in the Mega World complex, in the Festive Walk area. And that's right across the street from, Madison Towers, where my wife and I have a condo now. So how cool was that, right? But anyways, let me get to my story. I'm watching this video back in March, and I posted on my Facebook page, and I say, well, here's another video for anybody who's interested about my wife's hometown. And then I also put on there, featuring the next Miss Universe. I am serious. I did this. So by accident, I actually predicted that Rabia Mateo would win the Miss Universe pageant. Now, she hasn't won it yet, but she's gone as far as she can go so far. And I really do hope it happens. She's gorgeous. And us Americans love an underdog story. A young woman who came from nothing, single parent home in poverty, and she worked really hard, got into Iloilo Doctors College, became a physical therapist, graduated cum laude. You just gotta love a story like that. And to top all of that off, she's gorgeous. So yes, there is that beauty in the inside and the outside for Rabia Mateo. And she was an underdog, and a lot of people were questioning, how did she end up winning? Well, she deserved to win, but the question and answer period seemed to be the reason why she did, as many of you who may watch this video know. And she even mentioned, Miriam Defensor Santiago, the longtime congresswoman, about how she should be on currency over in the Philippines. And I concur. Because when I found out the story, and I watched the story, it was on Moala Mokaya, or I forgot how you say the name of that show. But anyways, there was a story on there about her. And the only reason I initially watched it is because Maha Salvador played Miriam at one point in the show. But I tuned it in and I thought, wow, what an amazing story about Congresswoman Defensor Santiago. And what gave me more pride in this story personally is that my favorite university in the whole world is University of Michigan. And Miriam Defensor Santiago lived here in Ann Arbor, Michigan, 30-minute drive from where I live right now, and got 2 degrees from the University of Michigan. She was indeed, as Rabia said, the greatest president of the Philippines who never was the president. And it's a shame that she had to pass so young, because what an amazing story there. And Rabia mentions this, and that's why I think she won and why she deserved to win. And I can't wait to see her in Miss Universe, and I hope she wins it all. I know it's unlikely because the Miss Philippines has won 2 out of the last 4, but maybe we'll get lucky. I don't think there's ever been a Miss Philippines that I've wanted to see win Miss Universe more than Rabia Mateo. So good luck to you, Rabia. I know me and a whole lot of Filipinos out there are pulling for you. And because you represent Iloilo City, one of my most favorite places on the planet, I hope you pull it off. So that's it. I'm John. Thanks for tuning in to my video here. God bless. Take care. Stay healthy and safe. Semper Fi.